Hello, my lovelies. Elsie here to do a reading for you. It is a collective reading, so it is for all signs. No matter what your sign is, you might get something out of this reading. It is a collective reading for the full moon. So we do have a full moon coming up tomorrow on the 21st in Capricorn. It's a Capricorn full moon, and the full moons, as we know, are about endings, right? Things coming to an end, cycles coming to an end. It's about releasing things as well. So the Capricorn full moon is on July the 21st, and that means that the moon is in, the sun is in Cancer, while the moon is in Capricorn. Those are opposite signs. So Capricorn full moon, what is it doing for us? Well, it's offering us a chance to heal our hearts is what it's doing. And why, you ask, would we have to heal our hearts? Well, it's not only that, but it's also helping us bring like visions to light. It's helping us see and understand what we want to create for our own future and for the future of the world. So for some of you, you're going to be doing some life-changing things. So again, why do we need to heal the hearts? Well, there's a whole lot of other aspecting things going on, and that one of them is Neptune. Neptune is in retrograde right now. It's in Pisces, and it's giving us some cold, hard wake-up calls. And then we also have Saturn, which is in retrograde. It's also retrograding in Pisces, and it is making us make life-changing decisions. So grateful for the Capricorn full moon, right? Which is helping us release all of those things, those big life-changing wake-up call sort of energies that we've got going on. And then along comes Mercury retrograde. We are in the shadow of Mercury retrograde right now. Mercury goes into retrograde on the 4th of August and stays there until retrograding until the 27th of August. Hoo-wee. So Mercury retrograde, right? It's retrograding in Virgo, and that's going to give us all an analytical and highly discerning inward reflection. So let's take a look. Lots going on, friends. Let's take a look and find out what the Capricorn full moon will bring in terms of energy. We're going to use some the oracle cards here. We're going to use the Psychic Tarot. We're going to use the Sign of the Times Oracle, the Journey's End Oracle, and then we'll use some Moonology. Let's find out what's going on for the collective, please. Give me some energies for the collective. What is going on for the collective under this full Capricorn moon here? We do have rejoice and celebration. So for some of you, I feel like the decisions that you're making, you're going to be good with those. After going in analytically, after making some life-changing decisions, things, it's like you've had some wake-up calls, things that you've got to release under the full moon. And we've got trapped in fear. Some of you who have been here for a really long time are going to say, F it, I'm done. I'm just going to release some things. And it's like cold, hard truths are coming to the surface, right? And so that could mean friendships, that could mean relationships, that could mean your job, right? Some of you are having these really big realizations that something has got to change, because when Mercury is retrograding in Virgo, that's really going to cause you to look inside and find out exactly what it is that you need to change. We've got envy. It says, I'm the same as everybody else, but with different challenges, right? And it is the truth. One more. We've got guilt. It says, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. And that's exactly what a full moon is about. And so I feel like all of this is going to lead to happiness, celebration. The Three of Cups, I feel like you're going to become lighter, but it is going to be a process trying to get rid of those energies. Tell me more. Tell me more about this Capricorn full moon, please, for the collective. We've got community, we've got rainbow, we've got hope, and we've got stability. I like it. Enlightenment. Look, these are all the things I was just talking about, right? You're going to be having enlightenment. You're going to be having some wake-up calls, right? You are going to be having some wake-up calls, and I feel like it's going to bring stability and hope. And for some of you, it might be about your community, the people you hang out with, the people you work with, the people you have coffee with. We do have card number 37, which is a 10. It reduces to a 1, which means it's the beginning of something, which also means it's the end of something. And the end of things start with the full moon. We have card number 16. 1 and 6 is 7 for me. 7s are all about heaven. I feel like the universe is sending you some sort of stability. The red door is interesting. And in the parts that I live in, the red door, some people will paint their door red when they've paid off their home. It's like a it's like a celebratory thing that they do when they've paid off the mortgage of the house. We do have card number 6, hope, is bringing in the rainbow. So I feel like somebody here is releasing things that they no longer need, and I feel like you are no longer envying people. You are now making your own way, making your own path, and you are seeing and understanding what it is that you want to create for your own future. To hell with them. Just do your own thing. I think that's what's going on. I feel like some of you have been in hermit energy. Card number 27 is a 9. This is where you got your enlightenment. All right. Let's leave that there. Let's get some oracles, and then we'll throw some tarot at it. See what we come up with. We'll clarify just a little bit. Tell me more, please. Give me more energy for the collective. Tell me about the collective, please. Under this full moon, tell me what the full moon energies might bring to the collective. All right. We have, it's time to breathe out. So for some of you, it feels like you've been holding your breath. And it's a disseminating moon here, but we are going through a full moon right now. It says here we do have show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. We have full moon in Aries. Look at all these full moon cards coming out here. Full moon in Aries, it says a fiery climax approaches. And then we have be bold and make the first move. So I feel like for some of you, for this is because it's a reading for all signs. We've got cardinal signs here. And the cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn, right? So we've got cardinal moon. The fiery climax is here with Aries. So we've got Aries here, Aquarius, and then we have the disseminating moon. It feels like here that there is hope, I want to say, that there is something that is coming to an end, but things only come to an end in order to begin something. So a fiery climax is approaching, and some of you are going to be the one who puts the end to something. I feel like it's somebody here is going to put an end to something that they realize that they never needed. A time to give rather than to take. New moon in Virgo. We are retrograding in Virgo, right? Mercury will be retrograding in Virgo. So it's time to give rather than to take. But the Mercury retrograding is going to make you look inward and really sort of have some inward reflection and analysis of the self. All right. Let's take a look at some tarot. Tell me about the tarot for the collective, please. Under that full moon, please tell me what's going on for the collective. More energy for the collective. We have the 7 of Cups, so something confusing. But somebody here has decided to release themselves here from a situation that I feel has been kind of stuck. I feel like, you know what, the 5 of Wands in the reverse coming up under show the world, the real you. I think somebody's doing the whole throwing it in the fuck it bucket. That's what it feels like with the 5 of Wands in the reverse. Look, I'm no longer holding back. I'm going to go for it. The Queen of Wands comes up next, which tells me you have the passion and the independence and the energy and the know-how and the excitement to move forward here. It's like with the 5 of Wands, 5 and 1 is 6. That's victory. With the 5 of Wands being in the reverse, I feel like with the 5 of Wands, 5s are in lack. But for me, when the 5 of Wands comes out in the reverse, it's like I'm no longer holding back. I'm just going to say what I say. I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to show the world the real me, which is full moon in Aquarius. We have the fiery climax approaches. Interesting, because we do have this energy, this fiery energy right under that card here. Be bold and make the first move. We do have the 7 of Pentacles, Virgo energy, but I feel like this is telling me here that be bold and make the first move tells me that you're waiting. I want to say that you're not going to make a super quick move, that you are going to that you're going to hold off and reflect a little bit. You're going to hold off, hold back, reflect a little bit before you make any other decisions. It says take time to breathe out. I feel like there's a big decision coming up here, and it feels like the thought process for you is, you know what, I don't really care what they think anymore. I need to be me. I need to be an individual. I need to go after what I want. And so I think that's what the fiery climax is that is approaching. Bottom of the deck, we have 4 of Cups. Somebody is rejecting someone else's ideas. All right. We've got the Tower. Somebody here is making this decision. There is a big decision that's coming up here. And I feel like it's almost like somebody is exhaling before they take the leap. That's what it feels like here. The Tower shows up and says, you know what? It's time to make the decision. You can't just sit here waiting. You can't just sit here overwhelmed. It's time to pick a path. It's time to make your decision. And I think with the Five of Wands in the reverse, you are doing that. I feel like you have decided you're just going to make the decision and deal with healing your heart later. We've got the Nine of Wands. So I feel like somebody was in fear of making some sort of decision, doing what they wanted to do, rather than holding back and worrying about what everybody's thinking, how everybody's going to think about them if they decide to come out from behind this fear wall and just make a decision. I feel like somebody's on the verge of making some sort of really big emotional decision, and I feel like before you can go ahead and make the decision, the Tower falls. And I feel like it's a help. I feel like it helps you see things clearly, because right now I feel like you're kind of confused or sort of an illusionary kind of energy where it feels like, oh, it's like you're stuck. It's like I don't think I can win no matter what decision I make. We do have the Emperor here. Somebody here is about to take charge of a situation and just go for it with the Queen of Wands here. And one last card here. And then we have the Three of Wands. Yeah, so it's what you've been waiting for. I feel like somebody here has decided that there's going to be an expansion. And I feel like the reason that you haven't expanded your life or gone out there to do what you want to do, the Queen of Wands is the one who will go rogue. She doesn't care what you think. She's a person who does what she wants when she wants to do it. She's been through so much in her life. She sits on the throne in spite of everything that's gone on. She's forged through fire, just like the king, right? These are the two that are living life to the fullest because they know how bad it can be. They've been through a lot of stuff. So I feel like you are going to get some sort of a victory, I feel, of releasing something under the full moon. I feel like for other people, maybe not for you, but for other people, it's going to look like you're burning the house to the ground. It's going to look like a fiery climax. It's going to look to them like, what is going on with the collective? And I feel like you've been wanting to do this, kind of letting it fly, let it loose for a while, but you've been holding back so as not to make other people uncomfortable. But I feel like under this full moon, this is the full moon, it's time to heal your heart collective. It's time to bring your visions to light. It's time for other people to look on if they want to, but you're the one who's making changes for your future and possibly bringing those to the world. Capricorn is the planner. Capricorn is the one that I know from knowing Capricorn, Sun and Rising, that they can reinvent themselves over and over and over again. Bottom of the deck, we have the Judgment card in the reverse. You don't really care if people misjudge you. I feel like you're in this energy of, you know what, take it or leave it. I don't really care what you think about me. I feel like with the Judgment in the reverse, people are going to misjudge you. People are going to judge you harshly, and so what? So what, I say. Go ahead and live your life to the fullest. Fill your heart with love, with happiness. Make sure that you are happy. This is going to be a moon where some of you are just going to decide to drop your burdens, dropping what people think of you, dropping, it's time to get out of the job that you hate. It's time to just drop it to the ground. That's what it feels like here. Ooh-wee. Feels like it is a fiery climax. It does, for sure. Let's clarify just a little bit here. Tell me what decision the collective is going to make here. We've got Scorpio energy, by the way. We've got Aries. Of course, all the kings are here when the Emperor is here. We do have Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Aquarius, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, right? All the cardinal signs. I think that when you make a decision, I feel like it's going to bring you a lot of stability. It's like going to be an exhale. That's what it feels like. Feels like you're about to exhale here after holding your breath. We have the Justice card, Libra, the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. I love it because you're like, you know what? I just got to make the decision. We go from the 7 to the 8. There are going to be people, situations, things, your job, whatever it is. Some of you are just going to be pulling away and saying, you know what? I've just had enough of this. I'm not doing this anymore. And I think you're going to voice your opinion. But once you let go, like this feels like cement lederhosen to me. You know what I mean? Cement lederhosen. It feels like you've had this weight, this heavy weight holding onto your ankles, collective. And I feel like somebody is going to realize that, you know what? It's my choice. I get to decide when things are in balance and when things are not in balance. And the universe has got your back, saying it's time for you to clear the karmic slate. It's time for you to clear your karma and walk away from anything else that you feel just does not serve you. I've got a full moon up here. I think that's kind of an eclipse, but it feels like somebody here has decided I'm just gonna disconnect from people, places, and things that don't agree with my path, whatever that path is, because you only have this one life, right? And I feel like things, because you let go, because you're being let go from the ankles, I feel like you fly. That's what it feels like here. So somebody here is just going to let it fly. The Five of Wands in the reverse is I don't really care. No more regrets. I don't really care what people think of me. I'm not holding back anymore. No more indecision. I don't care if there's competition. You're sort of at the edge of the fuck it book it. That's what it feels like. You're at the edge of, I'm good, because the fiery climax is approaching. And so whether this is, I'm talking about relationship or job or a situation that you're in right now, a friendship, whatever it is, I feel like you're good. I feel like you're making decisions. The Five of Wands comes out again, Seven of Cups comes out again, and then we have the Hermit energy. So right now I feel like you're in this Hermit energy, thinking about what it is that's going to set you afire. Like the Hermit energy, the Hermit has their lamp pointed toward the Seven of Cups. And I feel like your wisdom is going to help you find the answer to something that's been confusing or overwhelming for you. You've been holding back, right? Holding back from making a decision. But what if there's too much competition? You've been beating yourself up internally because I feel like you're here, but you want to be there. And it feels like up until now, you've been holding yourself back for fear of retribution, of what other people might say to you, friends, family. Maybe you've got a partner who isn't necessarily supportive of the way that you want to move forward. But we have the Nine of Wands here, and this Queen has a wand. So once we get here, it feels like somebody decides they're going to take charge of everything and just go for it. And I'm just going to drop the burdens of whatever people might think about me. Tell me about the Emperor and the Queen of Wands here, please. So many changes, so much changing energy in the atmosphere. We've got the Three of Wands. There we are. On your tiptoes, waiting for expansion, waiting for the right time to go, I want to say. And you know what? The fives keep showing up here. So the Five of Wands and the Five of Wands. And then we've got two fives. So for me, two fives, when it comes up more than one five, it's quick change. The fives keep coming up. Got the Three of Wands. It's like ready, set, go. I just heard in my head, ready, set, go. Okay, so we got 3, 4, 5 wands again. So we've got 5, 5, 5 here. And I feel like all this time you've been holding back and waiting. Look at all the repeat numbers. We got 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, 5 of Wands. We've got 7 of Cups, 7 of Cups. So I feel like you're going to be getting synchronicities and possibly numbers or things that are weird that are happening at the same time that you say them or do them. Someone else next to you is saying it or doing it, or someone on the TV is saying the same thing you say. I feel like you need to watch out for those things. That's going to be your indication that it's time to just let go and put into play whatever it is that you're going to do. We do have the Three of Wands here. The Three of Wands is here. The Three of Wands is here. So we have a lot of repeating numbers, right? Repeating cards. We've got and look at all the cards. Like there's 78 in here, right? There's no reason why all of those repeats need to come out. But I mean, other than to show you that there's going to be synchronicities that are going to show up here, and that's going to be your indication that it's time to do the thing that you want to do. We have 3 and 3 wands, that's 6, and I feel like you're going to get a victory on something that you've been waiting on doing. But I think the Queen of Wands here twice, again, right, is telling me decision. 2 of Wands is the decision. Prepare to make some sort of really big decision. And I think you already know what I'm talking about. This isn't going to be a big revelation that you're just going to come up with something that you want to do. I think it's been under the surface for a while, whether it's quitting your job and going to a new one, or maybe you're going to decide to go to that tap dancing class, or maybe clown school, or whatever it is. Whatever it is, you're going to do it, and you don't really care what anyone else has to say. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Emperor again. It's another one, right? The Emperor and the Emperor. We have the Page of Swords and the Three of Cups. I feel like some of you are going back to school. Like maybe some of you are going to school to take something that people said to you, that's never going to make you any money. Don't go to that tarot class. Who cares if you're an astrologer? Like people in your life have not been very supportive, but I feel like the Three of Cups telling me is that you've been waiting long enough and it's time to go. This particular three, you can see that this wand is almost burnt down, which means the Two of Wands is here. It's almost time for you to go. And I feel like it's going to be the happiest time of your life, honestly, with the Three of Cups here. I feel like there's going to be rejoice and there's going to be happiness and celebration because you're taking control of your life, of a situation. You're becoming the Queen of Wands. You don't really care. Go out there and be a weirdo. Let the freak flag fly. Do your thing that you're supposed to do because, like, look, we come back here to this life and I feel like we come back here to this life and we don't remember the last one, right? So have fun with this one. I'm going to say this moon, I feel, with these full moons coming up in Aries and Aquarius, I feel like it's time for you to take off the mask and show the world who you really are, but in a very good way that you're not going to hurt yourself or hurt other people as much as possible, right? And this fiery climax, I feel for some of you, is the thing that you're going to do to make the bold move. You're going to leave somewhere or possibly go somewhere or get a victory with something. For some of you, you're going to become so in balance with yourself that you never doubt your own self again. We do have the Wheel of Fortune. I love it. One more. And we have the Nine of Wands. So for some of you, it's right around the corner. It's definitely right around the corner. We have the Queen holding the wand, and then we have the Nine of Wands, which is 10. Drop the burdens. The Wheel of Fortune is here. Everything's about to change. If you can find it within yourself to be brave enough to do the thing that you want to do, the Wheel of Fortune's got your back. The universe has got your back, saying that this is the fated time. This is the time where everything is changing, right? Neptune in retrograde is giving us wake-up calls. Some of us are realizing that life is short. Saturn's in retrograde. Both of these are in Pisces, but Saturn's in retrograde telling us it's time to make life-changing decisions. And then we get this full moon in Capricorn, which is allowing you to reinvent yourself, to heal your heart, to do the thing that you want to do. It's time for change, my friend. It's time for you to race to the victory. It is time for change. It's time to end old cycles. You know what? The Ten of Swords is hard to deal with, but the Ten of Swords is not only an ending, it's a beginning. Please remember that when things end, they always must end in order to bring something new in, bring a beginning. And this might be a painful ending. Some people are not going to be happy about the decisions you make in your life, but there must be endings in order to have new beginnings. And when we get out of the release of the Ten of Swords, then we can go to the Ace of Swords, where we get clarity, realizations, triumphant discoveries, and big ideas. There's the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is telling us that after you have this terrible ending, some beautiful, exciting, creative path opens up for you. It's time to drop those burdens, my friend. I'm just going to leave that right there. Thank you so much for tuning in here today. I'm going to go, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys, and I'm out for now. Take care. Bye-bye.